Hello everyone, and welcome to our 5th session of Crits and Clamor, where if it could happen, it probably will. I'm Ray, the DM. I'd like to start by saying thank you to everyone who has listened, sent in messages, and helped us to make this a better podcast in general. You guys are really what keeps us going with your positive feedback, and even your constructive criticism helps immensely. Tonight's episode, we get to finally conclude what I have dubbed the Twisted Mario portion of the storyline. So stick around, wait to the end, there's a massive twist. Thanks, and we'll see you later. Alright, when we last left our intrepid heroes, you all had just finished up with dealing with the dwarves and gotten your cool items and armor, heading to the town guard headquarters, to Rishi's office, if you will.
I'm captain of the guard.
As you enter into the headquarters, you see the most ridiculous group of bumbling buffoons you've ever seen in your life. Paperwork just everywhere. It's just a complete disaster in here. What catches everybody's eye immediately as you come in is there are 2 or 3 of these goofy cops trying to open a very familiar deck of cards. But they cannot seem to figure out how to get it open.
I can show you.
There we go.
Please don't show me.
That's mine, boys. Over here.
What are you talking about yours? We picked this up from the were-rat.
Yes, captain of the guard. Come on.
Roll, deception. Alright, here you go. We thought we were onto something cool, but we can't figure out how to get it open.
Well, these are just my playing cards. I'll just take them off your hands, and I must have just dropped them somewhere.
Fair enough.
Wow.
So, before we get to that, as you gain possession of these cards, just as before, as you did with Fresspirit, you get the sense that one of your former party members has awakened, just like with Fresspirit.
I sense the dwarf girl. Now, what was her name? Something like Aquanette? Yeah, Aquanette. It was Aquanette.
So from your last known location, milling about, trying to further your aims to find your lost village, the wind begins to swirl around you, leaves start kicking up, and in an instant, you're standing in front of Rishi.
Aww.
Aquanette!
Joined by Philip and Fresspirit, and Rishi is holding a familiar deck of cards.
Want one?
I'm good for the moment.
Alright.
You can go first.
Okay.
Alright, you pop the lid of cards open, and just as every time before, you hear that ominous whisper, "Draw 2 cards."
Okay. The voices tell me to.
So you draw the skull.
Ooh.
It wasn't the golden skull.
Is it a crystal skull?
So as the skull card floats up, the lights begin to dim down.
Ooh, neat.
And even though it is morning time outside, it becomes nearly dark in the interior of the guardhouse, if you will.
Look, Steven, it's an eclipse!
Shadowy wisps begin to come together and form, and floating in front of you is now a ghostly humanoid skeleton wearing tattered black robes and carrying a spectral scythe.
Hi!
It's standing floating about 10 feet through its teeth and everything, warns everyone, points his scythe at you. "Will fight me alone."
Okay. But what about Steven?
Alone.
All right. Well, Steven, you stay here then. Well, obviously I'm going to use my assassinate ability.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Right. Or my sneak attack is what I meant to say.
Doesn't assassinate work anyway?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going first anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
29.
6 times 4 is 24. 29.
Yep.
Okay.
Woo!
So yeah, you're slicing through its shadowy, deathness. And it comes around with its scythe. Nice. All right. So you managed to backflip out of the way.
Ribbit.
And your turn again.
You're gonna love this one, Death Guy. Serpentis Eujalis!
Of
And I turn into this giant venomous snake.
All right. So you take your bite, and the death explodes into a wisp.
That doesn't look so
Death
good.
dies. Oh.
Death dies. And the lights come back up and everything. And the card re-enters the deck.
Neat. Well, I guess I don't need to stay a snake, so I'll transform back into... I almost said human.
I feel like a snake fits your personality quite well.
Back into...
Wasn't that awesome, guys?
Huh?
We weren't watching.
I fell
What
asleep.
happened? We're over here playing with Steven.
Matt.
Well, Steven.
Matt.
I'm going to draw another one.
All right. Draw your other one.
Oh.
All right, then. So on this one, you draw a picture of a beautiful moon.
Beautiful moon.
Beautiful moon. It's realistic and amazing looking picture of a moon ever.
Neat.
And you instantly are aware because on your hand, we'll say, because it's less conspicuous, on the top of your hand, 3 little frog dots appear, but they're in the shapes of stars. You have 3 stars. You
Oh no.
immediately know
I know what that is.
that you have the ability to cast the wish spell
3 times.
3 times. The card re-enters the deck. It shuffles itself up and starts slowly drifting back down towards the case.
You gonna go for those cards?
Yeah.
All right, Free Spirit's nabbing the deck. You get the very same ominous whisper. Draw 2 cards.
Okay. The trees told me that I will have good luck and to draw 2 cards.
Upon the card that you draw is the picture of the 3 fate. The long and short of it is that you are able to avoid or erase one event as if it has never happened. You can use it as soon as you draw the card or any other time before you die.
That seems like something dangerous for her to have.
But the card goes back into the deck and it shuffles
No,
itself
those
up
3
again.
tattoos you now have are something dangerous to
And you can
have.
draw yourself
You got
a card.
tattoos?
Oh, what did I do?
Is it another pit fiend?
Suddenly,
Suddenly.
as Free Spirit draws her next card, she completely disappears. All of her gear falls to the
Oh
ground.
no.
I erased this.
All
There
right.
you go.
Nice. So for one brief moment in time, you find yourself in a moment of stasis where you can't, you aren't technically alive, but you aren't dead, and you are just trapped in this bubble. And then you go, nope, I erase, and you are now back
Isn't that what
standing in
happened
the guard shack amongst all of your stuff on the floor, completely naked.
Free Spirit, that was a neat trick. Do it again.
What the?
I hurry up and dress myself.
I'm trying to divert the eyes of the guys.
Deck starts drifting back towards its case.
Oh, okay, we'll give it a shot. Hopefully, Free Spirit and Rishi
Alright.
took all the bad cards.
Aquanette snatches it. You hear the draw 2 cards. There you go.
Really? 2?
Yep. So as
Oh, it's
you
red. That's
draw
good.
your card, on this card is the picture of a brave warrior standing solo, foot up on a dead minotaur, just
Got a little captain.
in
in
all.
it.
Yeah, that's it. There's a little captain in him.
all glorious. And it is the Comet card. If you single-handedly defeat the next hostile monster or group of monsters, you gain experience points enough to gain 1 level. Alright.
Here we go.
That one goes back, shuffles itself up.
I feel like good is always followed by bad.
Oops.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
On this one, much as Rishi's beautiful moon is a vibrant and almost realistic picture of the sun. You instantly gain 50,000 XP
Wow.
and a wondrous item.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll draw a few cards as well.
What's my wondrous item?
I gotta roll it real quick.
That'll give her a little bit of time to catch stuff up or something.
I need to find out what level that is.
Suddenly, your robes begin to shift and change, and
Just don't make me end up
I was
naked.
just going to say.
they
And
shift,
suddenly they're all gone, just like earlier.
they shift and change and become imbued with magic, and you get a +2 to your armor class. And then your card re-enters the deck, shuffle, 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 and starts heading back down to the case. And Philip grabs the deck. Oh, right off the bat. Oh, that's...
We're immediately dead.
I was gonna be like, and you die.
You lose 2 points of intelligence.
Ooh, nice. Nice.
However, you hear that ominous whisper, "You may draw again."
Since I'm now just normal intelligence.
The Jackal of Heart. This one actually might be good for you.
You gain 2 intelligence.
You draw this card, and upon it is the picture of a well-clad, decked out knight with slightly less clad, but still respectable servant, we'll say. And suddenly, standing right next to you in a poof of smoke and mirrors,
I have a follower.
stands a 4th level fighter who immediately drops to one knee, gives you the, fist to the chest, generic salute. "Sir, Philip Walter Devereaux, the 7th Esquire. My lord, I'm here to serve you."
Philip, can I have one?
Consult the deck. So I have to draw again?
Yep.
Okay. Oh!
Yeah, when you draw this card, you see what appears to be a picture of a poor pauper man
Uh-oh.
standing in the street with a little cup and everything. Anything non-magical that you own disappears.
Anything non-magical?
Yep.
Let's see here. The bow. Goodbye to Explorer's Pack with everything.
The good news is you can take it from your servant.
Goodbye, money. Technically, money's a magic item, ain't it? Because it makes stuff appear.
No, it specifically says money goes to
Damn it.
all forms of wealth that you carry or own, other than magic items, are lost.
Man, I'm really glad I didn't draw that card.
Portable property vanishes. Businesses, buildings, and land you own are lost in a way that alters reality the least.
That means I
Rishi
lose
would
my
have been on the floor
armor.
crying.
I would have.
Sucking
Oh,
his
wait.
thumb in the fetal position.
Was the armor magic or no? I don't remember. It didn't have any pluses next to it, so I don't think it was.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it counted as magic. Everybody's stuff counted as magic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
My shield is not.
good thing you're in a town.
Yep. I need to buy another one.
With what?
Credit! So the deck of cards floats back into its case. And just as many times before, it closes up, shoots up through the... creating a beautiful skylight now in the guardhouse. And... turns into a shooting star.
I turned to those bumbling idiots. All right, boys.
All of them are, like, jaws open, like... What?
We just need access to the weapons store.
Okay. But you're the captain.
Yes. Come on, Philip. Let's get you resituated.
Okay. I just need a shield.
Alright. You get into the armory. It's the local town.
Right.
So they've got shields. They're just normal shields.
That's all I had.
Better than nothing.
Yeah. So you can snatch up a shield.
Now, we just need some information. We need to find the princess. That's item 1.
What's item 2? I was waiting.
Oh, there's no item 2.
Oh.
Come on, Steven.
find that princess.
Let's see here.
So, the girl that normally sits at the, counter for the armory turns. She's kind of chewing on a piece of black root. She's like, "Did you say you're looking for the princess?"
Oh, God.
Yes.
So I heard from a very reputable source. Friends of mine said that there's a were-rat that runs around, lives in the sewers. And I guess he's got some kind of magical instrument that can take him to the princess's captain's castle. I don't know.
Where at, you say? Sewers, you say? Thanks, Janine.
You're welcome, Captain Rishi.
To the sewers! Come on, Stephen!
Within a moment's notice, you find your way down into the sewers. And,
Smells like home.
yeah, but to everyone else, roll constitution checks. Are you bringing your fighter helper with you, or are
Yep.
you sending him back to the castle?
He's coming with me.
Okay.
Who's your fighter helper?
What are my fighter stats?
4th level? I don't know. I gotta roll him up. I didn't know you were gonna draw
He probably fails.
fighter healer. He's only 4th level. He's not very well experienced and begins vomiting everywhere from the smell.
I'm just going to head back to the castle. Head back to the guard shop.
Okay. He clambers back up the ladder.
Holy crap.
I think he needs some more training.
Yep.
He's not as experienced as we are.
Experienced.
There is one way to train somebody in a very short period of time. A montage. You're the best around.
South Park.
Alright, so you guys are in the sewer, and it's a straight shot. And as you're trudging through the crap and slime and all that, everybody rolls some perceptions. Philip, for whatever reason, you're the only one that notices over the sloshing and tromping and whatnot.
Floaters?
The floaters.
What?
We call those sewer rafts. No, you,
Howdy-ho!
you're sludging along. You start hearing more footsteps than there should be. For a brief moment, you hear, all of you now hear a few more footsteps and then silence.
Stephen?
Ah!
Okay. How did you get down the ladder?
Ah.
I believe we might be being followed.
Initiative! So, or Aquanette. What is the marching order here?
I believe I was in the lead.
I would say probably.
assume with Stephen.
From the shadows, a blue dragonborn leaps out, doing a front flip, and swings a katana at you. Alright, well, he slashes across your beautiful armor and all of that.
My magic armor?
Gives you a nice upward diagonal slash for 17 points of damage.
Holy crap.
Readying the war
Asshole.
Leaping from the shadows and your roguish abilities, we'll say, because that sounds like a good way to justify this. You manage to duck just in time as a purple dragonborn swings a quarterstaff at you.
Is that a gem?
Nope. Well, it's a sewer gem. Philip, popping up out of the water, is a orange dragonborn wielding 2 sets of nunchucks.
Who didn't see this coming?
And they just kind of bounce off of your pointed, crazy armor, and it kind of splinters his nunchucks a little bit. And finally, Fresspirit, leaping out of the darkness at
My armor
you,
didn't do anything.
is a red dragonborn who is carrying 2 sais, and he manages to stab you with one, and you duck out of the way of the other. Aquanette.
I'm gonna go after this mother trucker that just sliced me. with my fist of fury, my gauntlets of power, my raging fists.
All right. Yeah, you pummel the crap
be right.
out of him. Drops his sword into the grossness, and he's just kind of floating face down now.
Well,
Kick
that
him out of the
Aquanette-
way. Yeah.
Well,
Wait, can I take some whoosh from him?
Sure.
What's it called?
Katana?
Katana, yeah.
I want that.
And just as a reminder, you did single-handedly defeat him.
So you gain your level.
Yep.
All right, we'll deal with that.
All technicality.
Next up on our list would be Rishi.
Now I'm going to sneak attack.
Yeah, you pretty much just Zorro the crap out of him, and as he falls over into the muck, bleeding out everywhere.
See, Steven? That's how you do it.
Free Spirit. There is one left.
I turn into a giant.
No, two left. Sorry. There's the orange one that's attacking Philip, and the red one that's attacking you.
Alright, so obviously I go after the red one. No offense, Philip. And I turn into a giant elk.
Okay.
In the sewer.
Okay.
Yeah. And I charge him and try to attack with my hooves as well.
All right. Nice. So yeah, you pretty much charge him. He falls down into the water, and then you just start stomping on him while he's underwater. You see a few air bubbles come up, and then nothing. And now it's just Philip with the orange dragonborn.
Spirit. That was amazing.
And the donkey's over next to you going,
It's not a donkey. He's a goat.
he's a donkey.
Steven, stop.
Moose and squirrel. War picking him.
Absolutely.
Nice.
There's no other way to live.
So yeah, you
Another one butt stuff.
smash him in the face a couple times, and he drops down into the water, blood running through the nasties. And you hear shuffle, 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 shuffle. And coming out into the light, if you will, you see a bipedal rat with a cane wearing tattered robes. My boys, you have slain my boys.
They attacked us.
You have shred them into nothing.
I see the resemblance.
Rishi. I could put Shredder as my surname. I'm now Rishi Shredder.
Captain.
Captain Rishi Shredder.
Sir Captain Rishi Shredder.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe
You're almost as bad as Philip over here, okay?
maybe it's the guy wearing samurai-esque armor with spikes all over it.
Now listen here, mister. We're just trying to find the princess.
He reaches into his robes, pulls out an old Japanese-style flute, throws it to you. Yeah, why not?
Lame.
Don't let it land
You
in
want
that
me to-
water
I can
because I
roll
will not
dex.
put my mouth on it.
So you catch it. Go. Leave me to mourn the loss of my boys.
I mean, what did they think that they were gonna do?
Look at my robes.
They were just protecting their father.
Well, I mean, they didn't do a very good job.
Go.
Way to put salt on the wound. Gave you the flute. Just go.
I guess they could have done better.
Maybe if they had a training montage.
They had a dying montage.
Look at the back of my hand. Look at the rat. Well, since you helped us, I'll help you. I wish your boys were still alive.
All right. So one
If I
of,
have to fight them again,
one
I'm
of
going to
the-
be so mad at you.
one of the stars disappears off of your hand, and they are all revived at 1 hit point. They all start crawling out of the ooze.
I give them a health potion to
Well, I mean, don't get ahead of yourself. They can heal themselves.
share amongst them.
You each get a sip.
Syria.
Yeah.
Times are hard. Things are lean. Thank you. I hope that you were able to free the princess.
This should help. However, I'm gonna need somebody with lips to play this.
So true.
Here, Philip.
It's a flute. All you gotta do is blow into it.
pass the flute off to Philip.
Oh, God.
I think it's funny he passes off to Philip. Big old Philip with like this tiny little flute.
Roll performance, Philip.
This?
Can you skip while you play it? It just adds to the effect.
Absolutely not.
In a rush of wind and poop water,
Yes.
you all are teleported into the lobby of Rausib's castle.
Oh, Lord, where are we now?
This is your fault.
Red bricks and just intense heat fill the room. There's a massive chandelier hanging above you.
Well, if I'm angry, then it's your fault.
But it's always my fault, Philip.
There is a giant portcullis behind you and a double wooden door in front of you.
Philip, kick down the door.
Running, kicking.
Are you still a moose? Because you could break through that bad boy.
Yeah.
Well, a giant elk. Yeah.
Oh.
Actually,
Donkey,
that'd be-
moose.
that'd
I don't know
probably
what
be
I'm dealing with.
No.
I know water creatures,
Something.
okay?
Fair enough.
These land animals all look the same to me.
So you gonna try and charge the door?
Yeah.
All right, go for it. Roll a d20. Free Spirit takes off. Poof! And you blast both doors open. Splinters fly everywhere. There's a hallway beyond. And you see, standing at the end of the hallway, guarding another set of doors, is a Kappa from before. The turtle-looking guy.
Oh, okay.
But this Kappa, you see, is wearing like a knight's helmet, and he's got a war hammer in each hand. He's about 50 feet away.
I charge him.
All right, and begin charging, or enter the hallway and begin charging. He rears back and lobs this war hammer at you. He smacks you in the face with this war hammer for 8 damage. The other hammer whips over your head, but both of them go out and then, like boomerangs, spinning, return to him.
I'm an elk, so I can't really speak.
Right.
So, but I'm thinking in my head.
So,
I want to kill him and get him.
so you charge up to him, roll your to hit there, your charge. You get up to him, he manages to get out of the way, and you hit the wall. Everybody roll initiative. So Philip, so you go running down the hallway.
Absolutely.
All right.
It's within distance, right?
All right, as you're charging at him, running down this hallway, he throws the hammers at you. One of them clips off your shoulder, doesn't do anything. But the other one connects, doesn't stop you from moving, but the other one connects pretty squarely and does 13 points of damage. And just like with Free Spirit, they return.
That's obviously a magic item.
So you get up to him and you're able to make your attack. So you smash him pretty good.
It's not even
Aquanette,
right.
you may now your action. Yeah, well, as you run down the hallway, he makes the same 2 attacks against you. You're able to like do a combat roll to dodge one. The other one hits you for 7 damage. But again, doesn't slow you down. You're able to get all the way up to him. Now, because you have 50 feet movement, you can make your full attacks.
Okay.
So you could do
Everything.
all 3 if you wanted to, yeah.
I am going to attack and swipe and try to knock his head off twice. And if it works, I'm going to kick his shell out of the way. I was hoping there was 2 because I wanted to hit the other one with the shell, but
I see.
it didn't work that way.
Okay. Rishi.
I will move up my 25 feet.
Okay.
That's about all I can do.
Only moved halfway. He does not throw his hammers at you. Free Spirit. You stand up, and so Free Spirit gets up and waffle stomps this guy. To avoid being completely slain, he retreats into his shell. That's his turn. He's holed up in his shell. So back to Philip.
Crushing time with a war pick.
God.
Turtle soup. No.
Yeah, you
34 damage to the shell.
smash his shell open, and you see a shriveled, naked little turtle man, kind of still. Aquanette, you turn him into turtle mush.
Turtle soup, anybody? Turtle soup?
As you're Yeah, you're just pounding on him. Turtle guts is kind of splashing on your face. Everybody's just taking a step back. Don't want to be in the splash zone.
Cover your eyes, Steven. She's in a rage. La, 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 la.
Deader and shit. What do we?
Opening the doors.
We're opening those doors, yeah.
You gonna
Oh, no,
try
I
to
get
steal
his
those
hammers.
No.
No, I figured you were gonna.
You're a giant elk right now.
I turn back into a druid.
Alright.
Let's say you have no thumbs
And
to
I
pick them up.
cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Alright, well, Free Spirit snatches up the 2 Warhammers
There
of
you go.
returning.
Steven and I finally make it to the door.
Right? So Rishi opens the doors, or Philip opens the doors, or someone opens the doors. Somebody open the damn doors!
I'll open the doors.
Okay.
4 pick and hit.
Doom, 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 doom. You open the doors up, and you see a
And then.
very familiar sight, as you have seen it once before. There's a ledge about 10 feet wide.
Don't tell me the dragon's here.
There is a giant pool of lava
Yeah.
with a titanium bridge stretched across. At the other end of the bridge is the green dragon Rauseb. And yes, there is a lever.
I know what to do, Philip. All right, Philip. What I need you to do is I need you to distract him, and then I'll dash across and pull the lever.
Sounds like a great idea.
Alright.
Shield up, advancing.
Rauseb steps out onto the bridge. You think you can come in here and take what is mine?
I don't think I can.
So what I need is everybody to roll dexterity saving throws. He rears back and spits out a gigantic fireball. And as it comes across,
It burns a little,
right?
but I'll be
Rishi
okay.
hits the deck and takes nothing. You two get hit with it and take half, which is 39 points of damage.
And I take
What?
half as well, right?
Half. Yeah, because you passed. And then Free Spirit, since you were in the rear and not really paying much attention, you take the full brunt of it and take 78 points of damage.
Good God. That's not even right.
I can't do a deflect missile off that, can
know who-
I can't do a deflect missile attack
Negative
with that,
10.
right? It has to be a
No,
solid thing.
Yeah.
Darn it.
It's okay.
So you're trying to sneak by him, right?
Yes.
All right, stealth it up.
Stealthing away.
So you stealth past him.
Like clinging to the underside of the titanium
Yeah,
bridge.
pretty much exactly it. Anyway, it's your turn, Free Spirit.
Turn back into an elk.
Philip calls over his shoulder.
Alright, so I'm an elk.
There you go.
Last one. And then I charge and stomp and trample and all that.
Okay.
No, wait. I caused a sleet storm. The area is heavily obscured and exposed flames in the area are doused. The ground in the area is covered with slick ice, making it difficult terrain. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, it falls prone.
He failed, but he's using a legendary action to pass.
He's using a what?
A legendary action
Is it a spell?
is a reaction.
Okay, does he need concentration for this reaction?
But you have cooled the lava, on the 2 little half moon sides of the bridge.
Well,
The
very
underside
carefully.
of the bridge is still lava, and beyond that is still lava. And the bridge is covered with a solid sheet of ice now.
Right.
And he slipped a little bit, but he's able to keep his balance with his wings. Rishi.
Pull the lever!
All right. The bridge. Philip jumps back. Rauseb gives one flap with his wings and is airborne.
Bye, guys.
Have fun.
I'm gonna go save the princess real quick.
So yeah, you create the water whip. Cracks down on top of him. He kind of spirals out of control a little bit, heading towards the lava, but manages to just kind of like arc his back just right. He grabs hold of the ledge on the far side where the lever is, leaps up onto the ledge and runs off to where the princess would be.
How can he do that if it's slick?
The
Because I
bridge was
retracted
slick.
the bridge.
And he retracted it. Yeah.
So I'll reactivate the lever.
Bridge comes back up.
We get to run across now.
Come on,
Yep.
guys! Fooled you!
We all come running.
You all get into the back area there. You know, the dungeon area. And you see Rauseb looking a little worse for wear. He's, got beat up a little bit there. And he is standing with the princess. She's not locked in a cage.
It is the princess.
It is the princess.
Okay.
Princess Momo, we're here to save you!
She kind of turns and looks at you. Again, my father sends somebody to save me.
It's I, Rishi.
Rauseb says, you'd think he would have learned the last time sending those two brothers in here.
They're dead.
Those plumbers? Yeah, they didn't know what they were doing.
I don't need saving.
What?
She unfurls two dragon-like wings. I'm a half-dragon myself.
Rishi tongues unrolls to the ground.
But everything we went through.
Suddenly
I was promised monetary recompense.
I suddenly want to kill you both.
I don't know if I want to kill the princess, because then it would cause more damage to us than
No, it wouldn't.
the father.
It would lead to a lot of
He
awesomeness.
promised me anything.
So, we won't take you back for a price.
How are we going to take her back anyway?
How much was the king offering us?
Anything.
You give us anything, +1.
I'm going to need anything and 1 platinum piece.
I would like anything and an order of fries to go.
You see what I have. I can offer you nothing.
Bullshit. Dragon. Horde.
What did you just call her?
I'm pointing at the big guy. Dragon. Horde.
Throughout the centuries, that word changed. Very well.
Still so lost.
I don't know what to do.
If you will leave us in peace so that we may live our lives together, fine. In fact, I will do you one better. The king refuses to... The
better
king
recognize.
refuses to recognize our love.
Oh, that's so sweet.
The princess's mother, Queen Momo. Did the king ever tell you what happened to her?
No, I think he left that part out.
When the princess was born, and he found out that she was a half-dragon, that obviously meant that the queen had gone behind the king's back. The king had the queen killed instantly. Using powerful illusions, he was able to trick the princess into believing that she was just a normal human. But I was able to break that illusion. Now the king constantly sends people after us to save her. And I must go and save her myself from them. I will give you your reward for my dragon's horde.
Yes.
I will compensate you further if you destroy King Momo.
Yep.
I will kill anyone for a price. Legitimately. Anyone.
Well, seeing as that we're here to save a
Seriously.
princess who doesn't need saving, and clearly he's just going to send more after you, I'll take this price.
Very well. You two haven't put in your input here. Like, these two are already wheeling and dealing with this dragon.
I kind of jumped into this, so I'm not kind of sure, like, the stability of the king's story or the dragon's story. So.
Also true.
I mean, dragon, hard to kill. King, easy to kill. I mean, this is a no-brainer.
Except if you remember, they're from a nuclear kingdom.
Well, it's time to defuse this bomb, son.
Nice. Free Spirit, what's your input here? All right, well, I figured Steph would be on board with killing the king.
So we're killing the king.
Does anybody,
I'm kind of sucker for love, so yeah, let's go kill the king.
suck at the love? Now about my price.
Ah, yes. He, dragon talons clicking across the bricks, opens up the secret back wall,
Ooh.
angel chorus. You just see piles of coins and jewelry and magic items and all kinds of lovely things.
Whatever it is, just add 100 gold.